Hi, welcome to Share the Tea. I'm Cher, and I have my co-host here today, my mom,
Hi,
Emma.
I'm back.
She loves us, so she comes back. Today we are talking about just random stuff, the drill. We're gonna talk about the case. It's the Mica Miller case. We're gonna jump into that in a little bit. I'm gonna play some of her recordings for the 911 call. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's a case that's going on right now. It's a pastor's wife that supposedly killed herself, and she was in a national park and supposedly it was suicide. So I want to touch on that kind of a little bit in a little bit. But right now we're live on Facebook as well. And hopefully people will ask us some questions but that we can answer. But right now we're going to start with the game Do You Remember?
Oh gosh, that can get a little crazy.
All right, let's see the first. Oh no, I don't like that one. Let's see. Do you remember your best friend in elementary school?
In elementary school?
Yeah.
I had a friend, Miranda, and then I'm trying to think who.
In elementary.
Depends on where I was going to school, because I went to school in Michigan, and then I went to school here.
But do you have, like, one that you were, like, set on? Like, that was your best friend, like, forever?
Well, the whole time I was here, I do. I remember there was two of them that I hung out with all the time.
I don't remember my best friend in elementary school.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, maybe Tori.
Probably.
I hung out with Tori a lot. Hi, Tori, if you're watching this. But I think that's about it.
Yeah, no, I do remember mine from here when I went to Aranac Eastern. And then we left back to Texas, and I remember Miranda was from there, but I had a couple here.
You had a couple?
Yeah, they lived down the road from me.
I'm trying to find some good... Oh, just threw those on the floor.
Yep, well, there went those questions. Those were probably all the good ones, too.
Do you remember your first cell phone?
Yeah, it was actually kind of big. Back when we didn't want big phones, it was, yeah. I remember I had a car phone, too. That was definitely, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I do remember
Car
that.
phones.
That was big old brick.
Yes. Yeah. My first cell phone, I think, was a Boost phone. That big, thick one. You remember that the brick-looking one almost?
I miss my Nokia though. Those were one
I
of my
miss the
first
chirp
ones.
phones.
And,
Chirp.
oh God, me too.
When you would chirp people and be, oh my goodness, it would be so embarrassing because I had a chirp phone. And obviously, I was giving everybody my chirp number, and then all of a sudden, people would just come through like.
Talk about embarrassing. Imagine being in the middle of Walmart and Kirk come across.
Oh God!
And it would always happen when I was like in line paying, and some like old lady was behind me, and he'd be like, "Hey, bitch." And I would get the dirtiest looks,
no.
and I'd be like, I'm in line paying at Walmart, so he would just get more ignorant.
Yeah, like
and say really random, stupid shit, and I would just get the dirtiest looks from these people all the time.
Yeah, I would.
I loved it though.
I would get some crazy chirps, and I'm like, but I love the chirp phones though. I miss those so much, and I miss a sidekick. My sidekick that I had. Oh my God, I miss.
I just saw a picture of the sidekick.
We actually called to see if they had like sidekicks that we could get. Because I just wanted to text on it. Like I have my iPhone, but I just wanted
the texting on the sidekick.
My sidekick. Hello to whoever is jumping on our live. They're not talking to us though.
Who are ya?
Hello.
Hello.
Let's see. What else is on here?
Let's find another good Do You Remember?
Do you remember the worst date you ever had?
The worst date?
The date.
I do remember the worst date I ever had.
Do you?
Yeah, it was. Sorry, let me put that on silent. That was potential spam if anybody cares.
I don't even know where my phone went. Oh.
You're using it. Hello.
I'm looking around.
And no, we did not drink before the show.
I'm looking around for my phone and I'm using it on live.
She's looking straight into it. I wonder where my phone is.
I'm so slow.
yeah, my worst date was actually some guy who picked me up at Big 8, the grocery store in
Big
Texas.
Eight isn't Texas. It's like a Kroger, like a real like ghetto Kroger. Yeah.
Yeah, he followed me around the whole store and then asked for my phone number. And then he asked me out that night and then took me out. And boy, was he a creep. I should have known since he followed me around the grocery store.
You're like looking through aisles.
Right, but I was young and dumb. And yeah, he turned out to be a real creep. We went to the club for about maybe 2 hours. Then he said he had to go grab something from his room and almost tried to trap me in this motel room.
Oh, God.
Literally, I ended up having to take a cab home. And it was just crazy. I had to walk like 10 blocks. And we're talking 3 o'clock in the morning in El Paso.
Oh, no.
It was hell.
That's crazy.
It was, yeah.
I don't think I've had like the worst date. I remember when me and my husband went on, like it was kind of our first date. And he didn't bring money. We met at the park. We didn't plan on eating or anything. So he didn't bring like a bunch of money with him. And he said he only had like $6 in his pocket because that's what he grabbed like off the dresser or something. So we went to Bowie 18. And he was praying that I didn't order like a lot of food or stuff. And we both got onion rings and I think fries. And we only ate like a couple. And then you know the seagulls here, like, oh my God.
Right.
So he decided in the middle of our date, we're talking, and he threw an onion ring, and then we were swarmed with seagulls. And yeah, it wasn't the worst, like, but it was funny.
Right.
But yeah, that would probably be like
and
the worst
those
date.
Seagulls are no joke though.
No,
Remember
they're
Tawas?
My mom went to open Cheetos, and the bag busted open, and it flew everywhere, and we had to like run to our van, and we were trying to close the door, and a seagull almost got in the van.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I was legitly scared.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, she didn't put hers on silent either, so now I don't feel so bad.
Hold on. Okay, my bad, people. My bad. And it's spam too. Okay.
I can't stand spam calls.
Need to pay whatever they're calling for. No, I'm just.
You need to pay whatever they're calling for. That's
joking.
probably true on mine.
I'm just joking.
Some Wakefield and Associates called me the other day.
Do you remember a time you really messed up at work?
It does not showing up count.
I actually did that. I worked at Walmart in North Carolina, and I was on I saw the schedule on my phone, and then I was on the one day, and then all of a sudden I was gone. So they did it as a no call, no show.
Right, and that's usually what they'll do.
But I'm like, I wasn't on the schedule. Like I even screenshotted it, and they still, it was a penalized like towards me.
Yeah, I've had a no call, no show before, but thinking of something like I actually messed up doing.
I think I messed up an order when I worked at Cops and Donuts.
Well, yeah, that's to be expected, though. I'm sure I messed up plenty over at Taco Bell.
But I think I messed up an order. Cops and Donuts, obviously, it's a donut shop. And I think I ordered too many donuts one day. We had so many left over. I was
wow.
Like, oops. But, oh well.
My bad.
Yeah, I will never work for them again. So
Me either.
Let's see. One more. We'll do another one. Do you remember a nickname you had as a teen? Do you like it or hate it? Did you like it or hate it?
I had a couple. I had like Eminem because I have 2 M's in my name, and then it's Emma M, my middle name, and then my last name at one time, your last name.
Yeah.
Was Emma M. So it was Eminem. I had Eminem, and then I had Peanut from a friend, and that was a cool little name. But he gave it to me because he said that's what my body resembled.
A peanut.
A peanut. I'm like, you could have said something more flattering, like an hourglass. Or but no, he said it.
A peanut.
Yep, that I looked like a little peanut.
A peanut.
And yeah, he unfortunately committed suicide.
Oh, no. That's sad.
But yeah, I loved the name from him. I've had quite a few, but that was one as a teen that I remember.
It was since I was born, pretty much, Cher Bear.
Yep. I give it that.
Yes. And my husband actually, he'll call me Cher Bear every now and then, but he actually got a bear because we call each other Bear. So that's another nickname. It wasn't as a teen though, but he has a bear on his arm, a tattoo of a bear because he calls me Bear. But yeah, it's been Cher Bear.
Her whole life.
My
has
whole
been
life.
Cher Bear.
So.
Yep, I gave all three of you. It was Cher Bear, Megan Mouse, Juju Bean.
Oh, yep.
You guys were the Beanie Babies, and your dad was the
We used
beaner.
to be the ghetto crew. I hated that one.
Oh yeah, from Robin.
Yes.
It's about what you guys were though.
Do you remember if you had a weekly allowance? How much was it? What did you spend it on?
Oh my God! So I did have a weekly allowance when I lived here.
Hi, Jody.
With my dad and Linda. I did have a weekly allowance. I don't remember exactly what it was weekly. But the funny thing about that was, I was actually just telling somebody this story the other day, that my dad, he used to drink back then. And he would always run out of money by like Wednesday. So he would want to borrow money from me because, we didn't get out much. And me and Robin would save our money. So he would borrow money from me and pay me back on Friday. Well, I would make him pay me double every week. So every week he'd borrow like 25. I'd get back 50 on Friday. Oh. So I was just banking.
Heck yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I don't remember the exact amount. But yeah, and then me and Robin used to go circle things in the ad for Linda.
Oh, yep. We would do that. It wasn't a weekly allowance, but it was for Christmas. We would get the big what are they called? The catalogs. They used to come out for like Walmart and stuff. And we would go through there and circle, and we'd at least get like if we circled like 10 things, we'd at least get like 5 things.
Yeah, right. Between me and then them, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were always a little more expensive. So we
yeah, we always had. Linda always was really good at getting us what was on our little list. Our little circles.
I'm trying to sign into my Facebook, people, but it's not letting me. I don't see the comments, and I know there's comments.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know my password.
I don't know. I forget mine all the time. That's why I bought that little password book.
I'm gonna have to get that now because
I forget my stuff, and
I can't sign into Facebook
because they make me they make you change your thing so often.
Let me see your Facebook or your phone real quick.
Are you gonna log me out?
Oh no, I'm not. Can you get in?
Oh, you know the.
Oh, I didn't remember. Yeah,
but you're not gonna log me out.
No, I'm not logging you. I'm just going to my Facebook.
Okay, I was gonna say because if don't log me out, I might not be able to get back in.
No, I'm not logging you out. Where is your Facebook?
On that first page, and that little square. Oh, no, that's not the first page. One more. That little square.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, because there's people on here.
It was there, Jody, and who else?
Oh, I can see your comment, Jody, now.
Oh, I can see. Can you see?
Oh, see, comment? She said hello, and I didn't even see it.
I just hate like when we hear that because then it.
Okay, there. No, I put it down. Just see if you see comments. That way we're answering people because I told them to ask us questions, but we can't ask questions if we don't see them.
They can
or answer the questions.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because we don't see them.
Well, you know what? Duh.
But if you have to get into the live again, like press it.
Okay.
There and then that way but for some reason they're not coming up on my screen. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, back to what we were doing. Let's see. Oh, did I have a weekly allowance? I don't think I ever had a weekly allowance. My mom just always gave us money.
Right.
Like, I mean,
it was never really a set amount.
Not to sound like that at all, but like if I asked for like $20-$30 or something to go to the mall, she'd always give it to me. Like if I was doing good, obviously. Like not if I was never bad, but like as long as we were doing good in school and not, messing up at home doing our chores and stuff, like she would give us money. But like we never asked.
It was never like just a weekly
allowance.
Yeah. I mean, we tried that one time, but I don't think it lasted very long because you always wanted more than your allowance anyways.
Right, but like
because Deb used to get all my money.
It kind of oh yeah, Deb's. Oh my God, it would be so funny because that was my favorite store Deb's and Rainbow.
Rainbow.
But I didn't get to go to Rainbow a lot because Rainbow was in the Saginaw Mall. So we, like, as a teen and stuff, like, we couldn't commute there like that, you know, and she was always at work or something. So we couldn't, like, just go and like, spend our money at Rainbow. So we would go to Deb's a lot. And I remember my mom gave me $20 and I came home with 2 huge bags of clothes. And she's like, did you steal those clothes? And I was like, no, like they were like buy one, get one free because they were on the clearance. So, or you bought 2, you got 2 free. So one day I bought like bikinis. I don't know if you remember those. I bought like 3 bikinis and got like 3 free. So I came home with like 10 bikinis. And yeah, I got a bunch of clothes.
Bathing suits. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember that.
And I got a bunch. And the thing is, it was so funny because I didn't even wear bikinis.
Jody was saying that she didn't really get like a weekly allowance either.
Uh-huh.
But if she wanted money, the same thing. That she wanted money to go to the movies or wherever she wanted, they'd give her the money to go to.
We would go to the movies and yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't just like a weekly. Yeah, ours was a set weekly amount. I just don't remember what it was.
What did you spend it on, it says?
What did I spend it on? We spent it on
do you remember?
Clothes. Of course, back then I would smoke. My parents didn't know, so I'd have to secretly buy cigarettes or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But mostly it went on clothes, and back then it was tapes back then. It was cassettes because, you know, I'm that old.
Well, I remember cassettes because I had I had Britney Spears on cassette.
Yeah, I used to get cassettes that you could record on.
Oh, okay.
And I would record really long messages, like letters to my mom.
Ron was actually
mail.
telling me that when he was younger, he would rap on them. Mm-hmm. Like, they would record over and rap on them and stuff when they were younger, so that's funny.
Yeah, you could actually, if you put a piece of tape across the cassette, you could actually record onto, like, a Britney Spears. If you covered that little hole, all you had to do is put a little piece of Scotch tape, put it in there, and you could record over it.
I'm going to ask him if he knows that. Like,
yep, we used to do it all the time. Him. But yeah, I used to that's how I would write my mom letters. I would send her cassettes.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. Well, that's cool. Do you remember the boldest thing you've ever done?
Ooh, the boldest? No, man. This would be a Summer answer. I would need Summer to probably tell me the boldest thing, but she's, not here, so. I can't even think of the boldest thing
I don't know. What is the boldest thing you guys ever done? I remember babysitting for money. I babysat everybody for money because since I was like 12, 13, my mom has not paid my phone bill for me. I've always paid my phone bill.
Grandma did.
Well, my grandma paid my phone bill, but I would use that money for other stuff because my phone bill was already paid. But like most of the time she'd pay it. But I mean, I would work for my phone.
You did.
I worked and I remember, oh my God, back to the allowance thing. I remember that I was working for like babysitting and stuff. And I remember I wanted this one. It was a Virgin Mobile. I don't know if people remember Virgin Mobile.
I remember
Virgin Mobile. And it was the white phone with the red stripe.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And Ron would call it the Rally's phone. And I loved that phone. I wanted it so bad. And then when we switched to Boost, I wanted the one that had the screen and the keyboard. And I finally got it. And actually, my dad at the time...
he's now a different dad.
My dad actually, it was actually my grandpa that bought it because he didn't buy it. So if you're watching this,
probably not.
Speaking of that, he watches my TikToks. But if you're watching this, I remember grandpa bought it, and I remember arguing with him, and he's like, well, do you want it or not? I'm like, yeah, I want it. And I was arguing with him because I was in Texas at the time. And I got my phone.
Wow.
So that's that story. That's that.
Yeah, I don't.
Not that you guys really needed to know that.
Boldest thing. I can't even think, honestly, of any. Like, I'm not.
No, I don't know. Okay.
Probably just telling somebody off when nobody else would or something.
Maybe.
Because, me
and my
what?
Mouth. I remember standing up for...
me and my mouth.
I remember standing up. They were making fun of this kid that had a disability. And I remember telling the kids to stop making fun of him because it was not nice. Like, and he didn't know better. He thought they were laughing with him.
I know. I know. It's so sad.
And no, they were laughing at him. And it was just, it was sad. So I told them not to do that. And... they didn't do it in front of me again, so. All right, so we're gonna jump into this Micah. It's Mike. I think it's Micah.
It's either Micah or Mica.
Or Mica. So Micah or Mica Miller case. From what I've gotten from what I've watched so far, is that she was a pastor's wife, and supposedly a lot of people are saying that she came out before and said that he was grooming her since the age of 10.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
And she worked in the church and did, like, I don't know what she did in the church, but she worked at the church where he was at, and he's 10 years older than her. And so when she was 10, he was 24.
So then he would be 14 years older than her.
Oh, then he's 14 years older than her. Or 22. He was like 22. I don't know.
But that's
still 12 years.
That's and he's a pastor.
And he was a pastor.
And we all know what happened.
And supposedly she came out. I haven't seen the video of it, but she came out and said that he was grooming her since the age of 10.
Wow.
And obviously at one point they got married. And then I don't really know about their relationship, but there's a 911 call that sounds really suspicious.
Yeah, but like from what it sounds like, because she was already trying to get a restraining order, a no contact order, she was in the process of divorcing him. So obviously they didn't have a good marriage.
Obviously not.
You know. So and
I wonder
he
if he was
sounds almost abusive,
Yeah.
like really controlling.
Or controlling.
Anyway, and if he's been grooming her since the age of 10, first of all, that's just sickening. But
and if she, and if she went along with it, obviously there's that too. Like no one, I don't think anyone knew.
But yeah, I think the call sounds very, very suspicious.
So we can play the call in a second, but you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, do you think that there was, like, did she commit suicide, or do you feel that she was forced to do it? Because just like I said, the 911 call, it doesn't sound.
And they had also said about people following her. She thought her husband had people following her. She would constantly see the cars and they would speed away.
And they found a tracking device on her car.
The week before this.
Yeah, and the husband was saying and telling them that she had a disorder,
mental
health issues, and that she would have these episodes and they would last like a month.
Yeah, and they said that he also told in church while he was, I guess, giving his whatever, his service. They said that the cause of death had not been released, and that he said that it was self-induced.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
That's
told
what
them.
He told.
And I guess
church.
Nobody believed it. So they had to. If no one in his church, if he's the pastor of this church, you believe your pastor.
You would hope so.
You would hope so, So when he's telling them this and they don't believe it, then they must have been seeing what he's doing to her.
Right.
So I'm going to play the 911 call, and then we're going to go off of that. I'm trying to see which one. Okay, this is the 911 call.
Robeson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
In National Park.
Where's the park located at?
In Fair Bluff.
Let's see.
If she's asking for the location,
I have my location on, I think, on my phone.
You would think the 911 operator would know.
You would think.
I don't think that she was help anyways.
Find my phone is on.
Like, she wasn't.
Just did my location.
She wasn't asking her, "Are you
I'm
okay?"
showing,
Right.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, she wasn't a very good 911
No.
operator.
So whoever that is sucks.
Yeah, because it's actually even worse. Like.
Yeah. Like, she didn't even ask her what's your emergency. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she asked her the address of it, but then didn't.
But, like, she didn't
I
ask.
don't think you are in Robeson County.
I thought she was.
That's what I thought.
Are you at the Lumber River State Park? In,
Yeah, that's where I am.
okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
Janelle said about he had everyone stand up in the church when he
Promising.
That was the end of that.
yeah, when he Janelle said that, and when he announced to the church, he had everyone stand up and told them not to talk about what he was about to say in the building. Oh God, I just got out of it. Oh, hold on. And told them just to walk out quietly.
Like,
So it's just crazy.
yeah, so it's weird that he announced, like, to them, like, before they released how she passed. How did you know how she passed?
And then if she was calling 911 herself, don't you think that she would have just been like, "Hello, this is why I'm calling," blah blah blah? But no,
Right,
it
no,
almost
she,
sounds like she's
patiently waited.
right, like somebody's telling her what to tell them.
Yeah, like, she patiently waited for them to, like...
Yeah, I would be telling them, okay, because supposedly she called them so that her family would know where to find her body. You would think that that's basically what she would have said. Hey, I need to know if you can find my location because this is why. Boom.
Exactly.
But no, and then the way she said fair bluff, like questioned it.
Yeah, like, it just...
like,
and then
fair
it didn't
bluff?
seem like she was all there.
No, she's like almost emotionless.
And it's like, you're about to,
Yeah,
kill
so
yourself, like...
it's just crazy, but
So-
I think it sounded scripted, and I just learned about the
It
case.
did.
But
Like,
I think somebody was telling her what to say.
Yeah, it sounded very... And then I guess supposedly they found her body a couple hours later
In the river,
in the river. So...
and she
'cause
shot
some
herself. So how'd she end up in the river though?
Some kayakers found her, I think.
And there was
in the
a
river.
fisherman who heard her crying and be right before the gunshot.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The whole case is, like, just weird. And like I said, the husband was saying that she has these episodes and they're month long, and that around Christmas time, she gets off her meds and she spends a lot of money.
So everybody spends a lot of money during Christmas.
And
So.
that's what he said. And I'm like, so it's an episode that she got off her meds and she's spending a lot of money.
But this wasn't during Christmas, so what does it matter?
But that's what he said.
You know?
Like, and he said that they're month-long episodes. And at one point, something happened, and they found her car she left her car at Walmart, and he came and got it without telling her, and she thought that her car was stolen, and he had her purse and keys and stuff, and
Sounds like
he just sounds very controlling. He sounds like he had something to do with it.
I'm still stuck on the fact that he was grooming her since she was 10 years old.
Yep.
Because that just makes him a pedophile.
Yep. And so obviously, but she obviously only knew him, and then this older guy is interested in me, like...
Right. That just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah,
right there.
it
just from the get-go.
Yeah, so...
I'm going to have to literally look into it and see, because she had to have been brainwashed.
She had to have, in order to do that.
Well, yeah, and at that young age, you don't know any better.
So, I don't know. We will touch on the subject as things come in and see, but that's what we have on that today. I don't know who that is.
I don't either, but he got struck in the head by a bottle.
Video shows mom accused of killing adopted son at 4.
Throws boy into pool with hands tied behind his back.
Oh my God.
Like, what the hell is wrong with people?
What
It
is-
just make me sick.
That's what I was going to say.
Where's she from?
Let's
Does it say?
We'll view the article.
Like,
That is...
I
so
hate it when
sad.
they're
That
from
poor-
Texas or Michigan. It
That
makes me
poor
sick.
baby. That is Florida.
Oh, like that one.
Florida. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't know.
Janelle said she was 14. Just back to that really quick.
Oh,
Janelle
okay.
just said that she was 14 when he started grooming her.
Okay.
So
I was
maybe
gonna say
it was 14, and then that's why you said he was 10 years older.
But one of the people that were talking had said she was 10.
I mean,
so.
yeah, it's just crazy.
I was just going based off what I heard. So, but yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, back to like, I don't know what's going on with people. People are constantly just killing children, and it's sickening.
Yeah, like it makes you think, like, what in your head like possessed you to do that? Like, what did he do to you
that you
so got
bad.
so mad, and it was so bad that you took it out on him and
tied his hands and throw him in the pool? Like, how he doesn't even have a fighting chance.
I have a 4-year-old that can't, or I have a 5-year-old that can't swim, and I couldn't imagine just throwing her in the pool without her hands tied.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's a horrible way to die.
Well, yeah, I would think drowning has got to be the worst.
Oh
that
my
or
God,
being
no.
choked to death. You know what I mean? You're literally your last breath.
No. Have you seen the whole Gypsy Rose Blanchard thing?
Oh my God, I watched that show. I think that, like, I was really into that show.
So, okay.
The whole Gypsy Rose thing.
So, do you think, I know she killed her mother and stuff.
She did.
Do you believe that it is okay that she's out now?
No, I don't, because the only reason she's out, because I remember her release date when she got released and all that. The only reason she's out is because she wasn't the one who actually committed the murder. She had her boyfriend do it.
It's a accessory to murder,
right? But no, I don't think she should be out. I think she should still be locked up.
And you have gotten people that were accessories that gotten like 20 years.
However, though, her mother was crazy. I mean, I'm not saying that it gives her any rights. So don't think that I'm saying because you have a crazy mom, because, you know.
No, her mother was crazy.
But her mom was literally had Gypsy Rose believing that she was sick.
Yeah. They did like
with
the
cancer
Make-A-Wish
and all this stuff, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yep, they got the money from all that. Her mom, you know, she suffered, you know, from mental health issues where she had to, you know, have sympathy for a sick child, but she literally did not allow Gypsy Rose to have any type of life at all, because her mom needed her there with her. That was, and it was a really sad thing. So I definitely see how and why things transpired the way they did, and I don't think she belonged in prison for the rest of her life because of what she did. It was just the way she did it.
Do you believe that she should be treated as a celebrity? Like, she's celebrity status now.
To a point, I mean, celebrity status, not really, but I mean, because of the attention it got, because her mom literally went on like national TV with Make-A-Wish Foundation, and all these other things, it was public. So because of that, obviously that's where, you know, the media and all that come in, because it was already publicized before, and that was on her mom's part. So. But I have a heart for Gypsy Rose, regardless of what others think. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I do feel for the girl, because I just couldn't imagine having to live like that. Her mom had her in a wheelchair and had her convinced she couldn't walk.
No. Yeah, there was a point where she had her glands, her what are they called? Saliva glands, like, taken out.
Her mom,
because she would give her a medication that made her like drool, and it was excessive drooling, and she had her glands taken out.
She was like, she had her constantly going through surgeries and stuff.
Yeah.
That even at first, but I don't even know why the doctors like listened.
Right.
But she would push so much and so much and so much that they would actually end up doing the surgeries and stuff.
Just crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm like mixed emotions about the whole Gypsy Rose Blanchard thing.
I think she should have just left home and not be that, but
I think that she should have just got out.
Right.
And
she should have just left with her boyfriend like they did. She should have just left.
It was her husband.
Well, at the time they weren't married.
Yeah, they were. Not the boyfriend in prison.
Oh.
The husband that she married in prison.
Oh, okay.
So she married him, and then they were together for a little while. She was like all lovey-dovey with him for a minute, and now she's divorcing him, and she's with her ex from before. I don't know where the ex came in at the time, but she's with her ex now.
Yeah, I haven't really followed her much.
And I just feel bad for the kid that committed the murder, and she gets to live this life.
He did have mental health issues. So that's where I think that was over. because he basically, Gypsy Rose did have a way of manipulating him,
But she learned
just
that
like
from
her
her
mom manipulated her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she should have just left the house with that guy versus having him kill her mom.
Yeah.
She acted like she didn't know.
I just feel that she should have got out of prison and led a quiet life. You know, like, you're rubbing all of this stuff, I feel, to me, you're rubbing all of this stuff in his face.
Right, and it's wrong because I don't even know when he's getting out. I don't think
doesn't.
he ever.
I don't think
doesn't have a chance.
I don't think he gets out at all.
I don't think he even has
my phone
parole.
just died.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because they were saying, like, the husband looks exactly like the mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't really paid too much attention to it since she's gotten out. I just remember her release and all that.
Yeah. I just feel like she should have just led a quiet life. Like,
well, you'd think she would, but I mean, you know, people want their 5 minutes of fame and then get mad later when nobody leaves them alone.
do you know anything about the Drake and Kendrick thing? No, I don't either.
No, it says Stevie Wonder.
Right, yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. I know it's a rap battle, and I know, not a rap battle, but like I don't know what it is.
I haven't heard anything about it at all.
They shot up Drake's house over Kendrick, and I was just telling Ron, like, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what's going on with it, but they're getting the fans involved, and then the fans retaliate on their part.
Oh, it sounds like a Trump thing.
So they retaliate.
Let's get them to retaliate so I don't have to do nothing. But yeah, no, I don't know anything
I don't know
about
who
it.
that
I have not been up on any news stories on anything lately.
See, I
I've
get
just
my
been
news from TikTok. It's bad because, or TMZ. I don't really watch the news. I
haven't watched anything lately. Like,
I don't.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
All I do is work and come home.
We're just scrolling here. We're just scrolling. What do you think about the TikTok ban?
I just barely saw it yesterday on one of my residents' TVs. And she was like, hey, they're trying to ban TikTok. And I was like, what? So, yeah, I didn't even know about that
Yeah,
either
it's
until
like
yesterday.
something about China, and I don't know.
No, there's always something. Oh, my God, remember that dress?
Oh, my goodness. Do you guys remember the dress that was supposedly black in...
Brown and blue.
No, it was blue and black, and then silver and white, I think.
Right, it's brown and black.
See, you see brown?
I see brown and blue.
I see black and blue.
Well, black, okay, a dark brown or black, whatever. But I mean, that's what I see. But other people would see that silver or gold. It was gold and pink or something.
At one point, I did see that, though.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't know if it has to do with the color and you're looking at a light and then looking, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Or they switch the dress or something.
I never saw it different than that.
That
right
stupid
there.
thing was going around forever. So, are you on TikTok at all?
I have a TikTok account. I just don't go on, but I do have one.
Well,
Every once in a while, I'll see that you did something, and I'll click on it.
I was gonna say go follow her, but
no, you can because I actually need to go on TikTok.
Okay, well, we'll put her TikTok name there
even-
for you. Mine is ChertheTea, so make sure you're following me on TikTok. I post little snippets of our videos that are coming up to give you a little preview of what's coming up. But yeah, I think that. So yeah, but make sure you follow her. Make sure you're following me. It's Angel Emma 75.
Yep.
So we'll put her TikTok name down there. That is our show for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you comment down below about the Gypsy Blanchard thing. Make sure that you comment down below if you know anything about the Mica case, anything new that we don't know that we didn't share. We're just learning about it and going with what we learn on TikTok and the news on
TMZ and on the computer.
On the computer, and stuff like that. So make sure you comment down below if we missed anything. Make sure you comment down below hashtag Mom or Emma if you want her to come back. Thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
And if you would like to be a co-host on my next episode, make sure that you email me, and I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.